Welcome back. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from the haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really, really, really cute dogs. I don't know what happened to the last live. It was like a haunting or something. It's weird. Hey, welcome back, honey. How are you? I don't know what happened there. I'm just going to go put the tea kettle on real quick. Yeah, everything's okay, sweetheart. It was just a haunting. It happens. I'm just used to it. I'll be right back. I'm just going to make a cup of tea. Hey, I'm back. Oh, I made throat coat. I made the yogi throat coat. Hey, Christina, how are you? Spirit, what does, thanks so much for their subscription. Don't forget to like the live. Spirit, what does Christina need to know about her grandmother? Did her grandmother leave her anything? Well, I'm pretty sure your grandma left you a lot. Do you mean something physical? Um, Spirit, what did grandmother leave? Did grandmother leave something for Christina when she passed away? Spirit says it could be a myriad of things that she's left you in this 7 of Cups. Excuse me, but it is a general yes. What she did leave you with, which was the most important thing, was love. But yes, she has left you a myriad of things. You can actually see yourself in the cup. I mean, holding the cup, thinking about all of it and what it is. Definitely something changing for the good. I feel like I got the best parts of my grandmother. After all that money was gone and all that inheritance was gone, and nobody cared to even share what might have been left over for me, which I know there was something left over for me. Nobody's brought it up. There's really probably nothing I could do about it. Because my aunt gave the key to her blind boyfriend before she died. At least that's what I was told. But I feel like at the end of the day, what your grandmother left you that was the most important was love. And I got all the letters. I got all the letters and keepsakes that everybody at the end of the day, when all that stuff you can't take into the hole with you, all that money has been spent and eaten, I have all these wonderful letters and keepsakes that nobody else got. So I feel very lucky and grateful that I got that stuff. So yeah, she probably left you a myriad of things. I don't know if you're ever going to find out what it is or ever be given to you, but she did love you very much. That's the most important message of the day for you, okay? I never met one of my grandmothers either, and she left behind so many precious things for me. So I can relate. And of course, the most precious thing that she left behind for me was the parent of mine that she gave birth to. So, asking the questions, your mom's intentions, is going to be more of a paid reading, dear. And it's only one yes or no. Um, what do you want your mom's intentions to be? Do you want them to be positive? Do you want them to be loving? Do you want them to be, you know? Thanks so much. That dollar is going to go to my friend Travis Leak, who is a U.S. citizen and Iraqi war veteran who was taken hostage in Moscow, Russia in June 2023 and has been wrongfully detained. So that money that you just gave us is going to go towards feeding him. I appreciate that very much. Well, if you're gonna want, I'm sorry, $1. We don't do tarot readings here through supers. Um, so you got to either pay through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Um, but all the super chats are donated to somebody out of the goodness of your heart. It's okay. I mean, I'll do a question like a 1-card thing for you now, but just keep in mind that in the future, that like the donations that come through supers or any of my ad revenue, that all goes to Travis's mother. She's 73 and struggling to keep him fed. Spirit, can we just get a quick card for Christina so she can know her mom's, kind of get an idea of her mom's intentions? What does Christina need to know? It looks like your mom's intentions are to sit on the couch and watch the TV. Does this sound any kind of does this sound familiar? Anyways, her intentions in life are definitely to see, she doesn't want to stay bored in that 4 cups. She really does want to get together and go out and have a good time and go bowling and create nostalgic moments with you that you guys can relive again and again and again. She might be thinking and feeling, that the only thing that's out there is just the TV or sitting at home. Maybe she might feel that she's a little too old to go out there and experience life in 2024. I don't really know what the limiting beliefs or circumstances are of your mother, but she wants to go out and do things with you, create those nostalgic moments. She just might not be sure that you are comfortable with that, so it embarrasses her a little bit maybe to ask. That 5 of Wands, your mother seems like a pretty fun and loving person, but really likes the competition of the game, like the game playing and winning at the game is especially important to her, no matter what game it is. You're welcome, sweetheart. So yeah, your mom's feeling bored. That's the hidden truth. Her intentions are she'd really like to ask to do more things with you, but she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to seem like a burden. She doesn't want to. She wants to say, "Let's go do something fun," and you'd be like, "Sure, mom." She doesn't want you to feel like she's boring either. She thinks she might be a little bit insecure about the way she feels about herself. She means well, though. That was Rose Nyland from the Golden Girls on the couch, by the way, cuddling the pillow. I don't know if you're familiar with the Golden Girls, but that's the deck I use. Excuse me. Thanks so much for coming by and subscribing and liking the live. I appreciate it. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Hey, Azalea, how are you, dear? I mean, Anelia. Sorry, honey. I have the screen darkened, so it's kind of hard to see the chat a little bit. Now I see it better. I'm going to lighten it up a little. Have you been, Sin? How are you, Anelia? I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. Thanks so much for asking. Sleepy, yeah. Sure. What's your question, dear? Spirit, what does she need to know about that? What does, yeah, sure, you can ask them. What does Anelia need to know about this person's intention? Is he will send that cash that Anelia needs? Sure, Sin, go ahead and put your question in the chat because I'm going to do a private reading and put the chat on mute for a minute, for about 5 minutes. Spirit, what does Anelia need to know about that money? Is that person going to send the money as promised? Rooney, chill out, baby. Lay down. It's time to go night-night. Yeah, he will send it. Queen of Cups. And the card on the bottom was the Ace of Pentacles. He'll send it. Give him a chance. You're welcome. Spirit, does Austin like Sin? Okay, so all those other questions, if you want to ask all 3 of those questions, it's going to be $6. It's $6 for 4 questions and a channeled message from a loved one through poem, a song, or a tarot card. But we can do the does Austin like you, yes or no question for free, okay? Okay, that did not sound good. I'll be right back. You better lay down. You better get in my shirt. Yeah, that's right, boy. Come on. I'm going to put the dog in my shirt because if I don't, he will try to run away and he will get his ass beat by the girls, and I can't be having that. Devin, welcome back. Okay, there you go. All right, so sorry about that. Sin. Spirit, what does Sin need to know about Austin? Does Austin like Sin? What does Sin need to know about that? You're not going anywhere. You're going to have to stay in my shirt. Trouble. You know, what do you want Austin's intentions to be, Sin? That's what you need to be saying to yourself and living in what you want his intention to be, how you want this person to show up to you. No. You can go ahead and be stubborn, but I'm not letting you out of the sweatshirt. It's just not happening. Okay, that card fell on the floor. Let me look at the couple of cards that just fell. One might be upright. Nope, not upright. Sorry about the dog. I apologize. And I'm fantastic. Spirit, does Austin like sin? Yeah, they're definitely showing him, definitely. Oh my God, this is so difficult. You're gonna read the tarot cards, honey? No, 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 no. It was worse today. Okay, here's your card, sweetheart. So there's definitely a change in this person's feelings. But yes, yeah, they do intend to definitely reach out and communicate with you in that King of Wands to show up the version of themselves that they want to be, which is the best version of themselves, especially the version you'd like to show up. They're a pretty practical, passionate person. They're a rather practical, passionate person. And there's definitely been some warming up to you and the energy and the thought of communicating with you more. Wands are about communication. Yeah. Yeah, this person is going through something in their life that they're turning their back on. Come here. Turning their back on to start some kind of new beginning. Something that doesn't serve them, they're turning their back on it to start some kind of new beginning in their life. He's precious. He's precious. He's been doing lots of crazy because it's crazy. If I let you go back over there, she's going to kick your ass. He's like, I don't care. Let her eat me. All right, I'm gonna put the live on a mute because I've got to do a private reading for a minute. If you have a donation you want to make for a reading or a yes or no question, go ahead and put it in the chat and I'll get to it in a minute. Hey, I'm back. Okay, let's get your questions in. So I do understand how you feel about that, Devin. You know, you never know what to think of a situation with certain individuals like that. I wear a very special ring from a friend of mine. His name is David. And he was going to the theology school of Harvard, and I was going to Berkeley School of Music. And I mean, he's just gay as the day is long. And he worked at a library. I worked there with him too. And while he was going to theology school, I was kind of like his assistant. I was just a teenager. But he gave me this ring, and he's like, promise me that you'll stay dedicated to your music. And I promised him I would, that I would never give it up. I'd never give up my dreams of, you know, making the best out of the worst with my music. And I've worn that ring all my life. It's like my promise ring to my music or something. But I felt so bad for David because all he wanted to do was praise the Lord and bring people to the Lord and do good in the Lord's name. And they would not let him be a priest or a preacher anywhere because he was homosexual. And that was heartbreaking for him, heartbreaking for me, heartbreaking for his friends, family, everything. So he consoled my mother about it. He's like, you know, what am I going to do with all this education? I have this $1 million education in theology. She's like, you're going to become a chaplain. And he did. And he wrote the cutest book about his rat Felix that we had a full Catholic mass for, and when he died. And it's a children's book to introduce children to God or spirituality, actually. It doesn't really push too much of the God issue as it does the spiritual balance and foundation that the book can give to children through animals. I'm so proud of him that he has come this far, but I'm more proud of myself that I was able to stay dedicated to, you know, what the promise ring was all about. I also know how you feel about questioning some people who are of that faith. There's nothing wrong with that. I think we all question each other, no matter what our faith could be. But I feel like I can relate because it's like I'll tell somebody that, for instance, that I'm asexual, and then they want to start categorizing it for me and what it is. It's like, look, shut up, you know, like just stop. You know, how would you feel if, you know, how would somebody who's heterosexual or even gay or bi or lesbian feel if, you know, what if I told you, Devin, you're not a lesbian? That would really offend you. So it's like, it really is been so offensive to me that like when I tell people I'm asexual, they start trying to like give it a meaning. Like, I'm just an ace. I'm not pansexual. I'm not demisexual. I'm not standing on my head sexual. But and it mostly comes from that kind of, you know, people who are very much into that faith 7 days a week. They go 3 times a week. They, you know, I'm a lapsed Catholic, so a lot like Patti Smith. So, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I feel also like very different, supposed to, or like the way people do. Nothing really has a meaning until I give it a meaning. But you know, if I think anybody's capable of making anybody uncomfortable, no matter what their faith is. Spirit, what does Iman need to know about Greg asking them out? Is this person going to ask them out to the ball? You fucking better. Is Greg going to ask Emma out to the ball? Got cards flying everywhere. Okay, yes, this person does want to ask you out to the ball in this judgment card. They really, really are kind of like, I don't know if they'll say yes. Worried that you'll say no. And you're also worried that they won't ask. And the reason I say that is because you're thinking too much about what it's got. Sorry, it's all a bunch of 4 cards. So I know this is like a lot of cards. You don't have to tip me or pay me for it. They just fell out of the deck anyway. So might as well explain them. But these 2 cards together are showing me that you are thinking too much about him not inviting you to the ball. You're really working hard on it, thinking about him not inviting you. Stop. He wants to invite you, and you're giving off the energy that you might say no. And you're giving off that energy, so he's thinking about, not asking, because what if you said no? So this is what I think you should do. Men love romance. Okay? Most men, they just want a shoulder to cry on, a 17-hour blowjob, okay? And they're satisfied. Really, okay? I'm not saying or advocating that I've done this before or would. I'm just telling you from being a tomboy for years. Like, all my guy friends, they just want a nice shoulder to cry on and a nice old-fashioned. So they want romance. They want you to ask them out. They want you to show that you appreciate them. So don't be afraid to ask. Do you want to take me to the ball? Just pull a Stormy and do it. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, you are worried. Yeah, just give a hint. Just give a hint. Maybe send him a picture of Marie Antoinette or something at a ball. At the Halloween ball from the movie that Coppola made. That's like my favorite movie. Have you seen Marie Antoinette? The Coppola version? There's a picture of her at a Halloween ball, and she's got this like beautiful black lace mask. Maybe just find a screenshot of it and send it to him. Maybe it'll give you some ideas for your costume. I love making costumes like that, by the way. They're fascinating. But yeah, men can be gentle, kind, and cool. So just expect the best from this person, and you will get it. Okay? It doesn't have to be so difficult. Here, let me just get you, let me get you the scene. Let me get you the music video that scene is in that I'm talking to you about, okay? So you don't have to go looking for it on the internet and be like, what is Stormy talking about? Okay, no, we don't want to know how to put together a trashy Marie Antoinette costume. We want to see the real shit from the real tailors. Here we go. Maybe the music video for Susie and the Banshees. No, that's I Want Candy. I'm looking for... God, she was such a beautiful girl, Marie Antoinette. My friend Danielle looks just like her. It's scary. Oh, here it is. Here's the masquerade ball scene. Oh, it's so... And she looks so beautiful. Here you go, babe. Here, I hope you like this. It's my favorite movie. Well, right next to The Neverending Story. Oh, it's same week as your birthday. So yeah, check out that link. I'm going to watch it right now. Be right back. Okay, maybe I'm not going to watch it right now. It's 5 minutes long. I thought maybe it would just be like a couple seconds, but it's not. Oh, wow. It's 2 a.m. again. Oh, my God. I wonder what time it is in Moscow. I guess it would be the same time as England, so... Oh, yeah, it's 7 a.m. in London. It's 9 a.m. in Moscow. Wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the same hour. It's the same as Cyprus time. Oh, you're so welcome, Iman. Thanks for coming by. Don't forget to like the live, and thank you so much for your subscription and being patient and coming to hang out. I've been kind of bummed out tonight. Someone I love very much is coming through town, and I'm probably not going to get to see them. And I haven't seen them in years. I'm not really sure what to do about it, but I'm going to have to change the story for sure. And have to like get over this hump of doubt that I'm going to get to see them. Because I have something that I really important I need to tell them. And if I don't tell them, I might die. I might die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die again. I might die of a broken heart. It will. It will. If I can manifest $10,000 in 3 weeks, if I can manifesting making cancer disappear, if I can manifest keeping a roof over my head, if I can help someone manifest $150,000 for themselves, if I can help people manifest true love, I know that I can manifest whatever's going on in my head with this person. I make it the story I want it to be. I know I can. I just have to reset. Like when you get emotional about something and you start having those like, I'm going to rip my hair out feelings. It's okay. Just sit with it. If it takes you 1 day, 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to sit with it, eventually, coming to a point where it's like, what am I going to do with these feelings? Okay, I'm just going to let go. Sometimes you just got to let go, or you'll stay in a place where you become numb to your true authentic self. Is how I feel, because you'll stay in that energy where it's like, how's it going to work out? What have I got to do to make this happen now? And it's like I meet a lot of people who do what I used to do too, which is they try to plan every step. Well, I can't be with her or him unless I make this, this, and this, and this happen. Or I can't get out of this relationship unless I make this, this, and this, and this happen. Or I can't cope with this unless this, this, and this happens. No, it's right now. Right now. Right now. Be here now. Yeah. Yeah, and that's always good too. But sometimes you'll notice that you'll start sleeping better and releasing that energy quicker the more you practice that right there. Yeah. I do the same thing too. It's like I've it's like I either sleep too much or I don't sleep enough. I eat too much or I don't eat at all. I work too hard or I don't work at all. Like, it's like either one extreme or the other, and usually it's the extreme. My mom never treated my ADHD with synthetic FDA approved medications. She treated it holistically and helped me to know and love my true authentic self, because it was just something that a child of the 60s, peace, love, and hair grease. My mom was super progressive, definitely. I mean, she was a bleeding heart liberal. So probably not a lot of people would like to hear that, but I don't care. So I'm going to go ahead and do a free collective love message for everybody who might come by and see this show live. Maybe they came by tonight, got a reading, didn't get a reading. Maybe found us when we were not live. Spirit, what do we all need to know about our love lives? Today, tonight, and the not too distant future. Yeah, it's really difficult, Devin, when you love somebody and they love you too, and that's mutual, right? And it's painful when you have to tell them something that's going to hurt them. And it's not about breaking up. It's not about never seeing each other again. It's nothing really terrible at all. But still, like, I need to have this happen or I'm not going to be okay. And I am not going to fucking, pardon my French, YouTube. I'm not going to sit around and be like, I'm fine with it. I can just let that go. That's one thing I cannot let go. What I can let go to make the scenario happen that I need to have happen is let it go how it's going to all work out. It's not my job to figure out how. It's not my job to figure out where. It's not my job to figure out when. That's the universe's job. That's spirit's job to figure that out. Me, I need to just follow my intuition and my inner compass and sit back and relax, knowing that spirit has already taken care of it for me as if it's already happened. And I choose to stay in that kind of mind because I would rather be in the now serving what I want instead of like in that old story that's bothering the shit out of me that I need to let go. I'm over what happened. It doesn't affect me anymore. In fact, I'm all out of tears, right? But my fear is that telling someone that you love, who loves you, something about somebody they love that might hurt them and make them cry is what hurts. Probably the most. But if I don't tell this person the honest to God truth and I keep keeping it to myself, that makes me no better than what I have to say. It makes me, I'm not being my true authentic self. I'm not going to put this behind me on my own. I'm going to only be able to put it behind me by letting this person know how I feel about it. Letting it off my chest. Yeah. Like I've just spent 10 years crying about it. I'm not going to spend another 10 years crying about it. I don't want them to cry about it, but they need to know. They need to know for their own safety. They need to know for their well-being. They need to know for their children's well-being and the loved ones that are around them and their well-being. And that's pretty much it. Finito. Just need to know, hey, if this X situation happened to me, wouldn't put it past the person to do it to, or have done it already to others, or even you yourself. You know, how do you tell somebody that you love that somebody they love tried to kill you? How do you tell them that? You don't. You live with it. You live with that cut and you hide. Especially when you don't understand why it even happened in the first place, other than jealousy. And it didn't occur to me how jealous and terrible people could be, you know, until probably later in my life. And people keep wanting to cut me, but unfortunately, they just keep cutting themselves, cutting me. Anyway, so what do we all need to know about now and the not too distant future in regards to our love lives? A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Even if it's not a new person, even if it's just somebody that you have been pining over, or that you have had feelings for a long time, you know you can write a new love story with them, despite the old fucking. You know, that's why they said I had ADHD at 7 years old. They're like, yeah, she's ADHD because she's too aware of herself. All because I told them I don't understand. It really mangles my mind that women and men, when they put mascara on, have to hold their mouths open. It's just something I noticed. And it was like just something I noticed that I thought was weird, you know, putting your mascara on. And I just would look at my mother and sister and my grandmother like they were crazy. That's why I get my lash extensions done. Because there's just something foreign and alien about mascara wands that bothers the shit out of me. I won't lie. I hate makeup and I hate mascara, even though I'm really good at it. So I get the lash extensions because they're so much more easier. And my esthetician has the vegan lashes. In fact, I lost one once and I burned it just to make sure it was plastic and not animal fur. You know, I think that's interesting what you said. They always send out returns back. And I often wonder, like, what is it, this bubble I have around me? Like, it's like this bubble. It's really weird. And then when I moved to the haunted house, it's like an extra double, triple bubble. And it's like, am I getting anything through? Am I getting anything through this bubble in this graveyard? But yeah, since you're involuntarily manifesting the way that you breathe through your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, that's how you can be and do whatever you want. That's what's so awesome about the universe. I mean, I see a lot of people saying, oh, that law of attraction bullshit. Like, please go read about science and the law of attraction. It's almost like, remember the law of gravity? I mean, if you drop a penny, it's not going to go up. What goes up must come down. What goes in must come out. Or what goes out must go in. Hopefully not, though. So do you have any questions before I leave? And thank you so much for saying that. I really do appreciate. I hope that you're going to be safe too. And, you know, whatever might be conflicting you with, you know, your neighbors staring at you a lot, don't worry about it. But let's go ahead and ask the question anyways. Spirit, what does Devin need to know about that question they asked about the neighbors? No, they don't really know. You're just eccentric and different to them. This is Blanche Devereaux from The Golden Girls. So think about how eccentric and fun she was. She wasn't asexual, bisexual, lesbian, or gay. She was absolutely trisexual. She tried anything once. So, you know, they just see you as someone who's fun and eccentric. Okay. I don't usually keep the devil card in my decks because I don't believe in the devil the way everybody else does. But I believe in Blanche Devereaux. So she stays. Oh, yeah, I love her. Yeah, that's my spirit animal. So funny. I love that show, too. That's why I use the cards, because I'm calling upon the wisdom of the Golden Girls. All right, I'm about to crash and burn because I got to sleep. I've had too many late nights working until dawn. So I'll be back tomorrow night at 11. Maybe I'll do a happy hour. I'm not sure. It just depends on how Monday looks, goes, and sounds and feels. All right, you have a good night too, sweetheart. You thanks so much for coming by. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for your question, your subscription, your like. Thank you so much, Iman, for coming by. I know, Maria, we didn't do your reading here, but we did your reading over there. So thank you so much for your donation tonight. Thank you so much for Ari and Veronica for coming by earlier and talking chocolates. Oh my God, chocolates. Yeah, next time I see you, Devin, I'll give you the link to the chocolates. Or maybe I have the link to the chocolates here. 1 second. Because I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night, actually. Where are the chocolates? Okay, here's my favorite chocolates in the whole wide world. And I shared this with everybody earlier because they asked me what my favorite chocolate was. So I was like, 80 to 90% dark chocolate. But here's my favorite chocolate. You know, because if I had my way, I would want lavender and dark chocolate with like sprinkled with like candied ginger or something. And this guy used to make those. I didn't see any of them on the website now, but the only lavender I could find was like this little Easter egg. It's supposed to be like milk chocolate, lavender, and caramel, which I would just love to try. But yeah, those are my favorite chocolates. I hope they become your favorite chocolates too. There's so many fun things to look there. I fell in love with his chocolates, not because they taste amazing, but because of how creative they were. Like every shape was different and beautiful. It was either a heart or a diamond or a cone or a star or a seashell. And all of them had different names. Like there was a Antoinette, and the Antoinette was heart shaped, and it was the flavor was a white chocolate with a vanilla and rose water ganache. And all the candies he did, all the chocolates used to be girl names, and every girl had a special color, and every girl had a special shape, and every girl had a special personality with something special written on the little thing description about the chocolate. Oh no, I love peppermint chocolate. I love to put lavender in my dark hot chocolates, and I love to put peppermint in them too. I know that sounds really stupid, but I love that Swiss Miss dark chocolate, hot chocolate, so good. I also like a Starbucks. Their dark chocolate cocoa is pretty good. So I'll keep lavender, like edible rose oil, edible lavender oil. Keep edible peppermint oil in the house, and I like to put it on. Like sometimes I'll make chocolates with CBD or cannabis products. Here at home, I'll make homemade, and I'll like put the oil in the chocolate. I love making chocolates. I love making food. It is really tasty. I don't use a toothpaste that has the peppermint flavor, so maybe that's why it's never affected me like that. The toothpaste I use has a cinnamon and cardamom and thyme and anise in it. So it has a bit of a different taste. It's got more of like a cinnamony kind of taste to it than peppermint. It's not even cinnamon. It's anise, straight up anise. Really? Try Tom's of Maine. Let me link you in. You can try Tom's of Maine. Check out these toothpastes. They have all kinds of different, all different kinds of types. One second. Here's oral care from Tom's of Maine. Right now, though, I'm using something that's a little bit different than this that I wanted to try. It's the Burt's Bee toothpaste with no fluoride. I don't use fluoride in my toothpaste. It doesn't look like their website, Tom's of Maine's website, though, has the toothpaste I use. Okay, none of those are it. Yeah, if your toothpaste is causing mouth ulcers, you got to get rid of that. You might also want to pick up some of that Listerine Icy Mint Pink mouthwash. It's pretty nice. Oh, here's the toothpaste I use. Hold on, let me see if it's the cinnamon and clove. That's what it is. It's not anise. Clove is really good for your gums, your teeth. Looks like it's all with fluoride. With fluoride. I once found it without fluoride. Wait a minute. Is this it? Oh, it's with fluoride. When did they start putting fluoride in it? With fluoride, I don't like to use fluoride. There's something about it that just grosses me out. Oh, you might like Bronner's, Dr. Bronner's toothpaste. And they've got them in cinnamon and all kinds of different flavors. Cinnamon isn't always the best for your body. I mean, you can overdo it with cinnamon, just even a little bit. Neem plus clove. But yeah, I like clove or the Burt's Bees. They have it with like charcoal, and then they have it without charcoal. It's just called Pearly White. Burt's Bees Pearly White. That's a really good one. It's not too pepperminty or minty tasting. It's just right. But I really like the Tom's of Maine Clove. I'm not seeing it without fluoride on Amazon, which means probably all the ones with no fluoride is sold out. So if you like the flavor of clove, then by all means look for a toothpaste with clove in it, because clove is actually incredibly great for your gums, your teeth, any kind of pain you might be having from maybe you sometimes people can get toothaches or whatever. If you're looking for a good floss, I would definitely recommend gum floss, and in the little white egg shaped package, the expanding floss. Flossing is super freaking important. And so is rinsing. Brushing, rinsing, flossing, all those are incredibly important. And the reason is because in fact, rinsing and flossing is almost more important than brushing, to be quite honest. When you floss, you're making your gums stronger, which hold in your teeth so that your jaw doesn't, lose its teeth and your teeth don't shift around. And it also helps you give a greater chance of less cavities. I think I floss my teeth like 5-6 times a day, to be honest. I'm absolutely batshit crazy about flossing. But I like the expandable floss. And then I like to put some Listerine on it and call it a night. And then I brush. Like, I don't know why I'm like that. I prefer to floss more than I would, say, brush 3 times a day. I'll brush twice and then floss multiple times a day. I cracked one of my teeth flossing. I was confused, but thankfully wasn't in pain. Oh, God. Were you using expandable floss? What I like so much about the gum expandable floss is that, it starts off, regular thin piece of floss, but then, you start flossing, which I might as well start flossing because I'm going to bed in a minute. But, like, I have 2 cracked teeth here from my car accident from hitting my face on the steering wheel. And my whole jaw right here is cracked. You just can't see it because I have skin. But, so you see how it expanded once it got between my teeth? And it's real super soft. And it glides through my teeth really nice. And I have never had a problem with the teeth that are cracked from the car accident. It's so gentle when I work around those teeth. Now, sometimes, like, when it gets kind of fuzzy like that, it might snag on, like, a crack or something, but there's nothing I can do about fixing the crack unless I, like, go to the doctor and they do, like, some cosmetic stuff to it to smooth out the surface of it. But the doctor was like, there's not really a point of doing that because as long as you're taking care of your teeth and not eating crunchy things on that side till I can get crowns on them, it should be fine, he said. Oh, God, tooth pain is a motherfucker. But yeah, what has kept me from reversing baby cavities and kept me from getting baby cavities is this floss and the icy mint pink Listerine and brushing my teeth at least twice a day with some kind of non-fluoride toothpaste. Definitely brush before you drink coffee, because even though you brush before bed, your mouth and the biofilm in it still creates toxins. And if you go and drink your coffee before you brush your teeth, it causes even more toxins and more options to create cavities and bad breath. And it's really a whole science behind it. I know it's weird. It's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning and we're talking about brushing teeth and or dental work, but yeah, so check out the floss. It's pretty cheap floss too. I mean, where I live in Atlanta, it's $2.79, and I think there's 40 yards. It's not bad. Oh, and you'll love the icy pink mint Listerine, I promise. It's so worth the price. And you don't need to use a lot of Listerine. And they're saying nowadays that Listerine's actually 5 times stronger than flossing your teeth. But I've noticed, while it might be 5 times stronger Listerine, I still have to floss after I use the Listerine. I still have to. Anyways, it was great to see you. I'm going to go night-night. I hope you have a good night-night. Get some rest and sweet dreams. And like Sophia says from the Golden Girls, sayonara. Arrivederci. Kalanigda. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe. Just not sure yet. Depends on how Manic Monday goes. All right, good night. Sweet dreams when you get there. Bye-bye. Good night.